Good evening, good evening. Welcome everyone. Got ourselves an Indian game here. Is it going to be Nimzo Indian? Yes, Nimzo Indian. And opponent is from the Copacabana, Coca Blanca. What the fuck? Coca Blanca. That's a cool name. It's like a mix between the Coco Cabana and Casablanca, I think. So already you can tell that the opponent here has a high degree of creativity. Just by the name, you have a good idea. And that's the next C that we're going to be discussing today is the C for creativity. Last time it was about connectedness. We talked about the connected importance of connected past bonds, connected bonds. Creativity is one of the most astounding aspects of the human experience. The the spark of creativity is in itself divine. And that's, I think, part of the thrill for many chess players is that touch, that small bit of experience with the divine through creativity in chess. That's why people like a creative game. Now, what's the next move here? This is a tough move to figure out. Tough move to figure out. You have to figure out what's your real plan. I think he's got a pretty robust setup. I have to be honest. If anything, it's got to be pawn up. Just a question comes, do I trade the bishops or keep the bishop on the board? Could keep the bishop all the way back here. I think it's pretty good. I think this bishop's a bit clumsier. But not necessarily you can still come out here and try to dilute it or this. This pawn is starting to experience a little bit of pressure now. We're trying to play a little bit of a patient game here. Position. We're just trying to hold a slightly advanced position and prime our pieces for an effective attack. But we're still waiting. We've acknowledged that he's playing well. So we don't have the right to really attack yet. But it's coming soon. Okay. So he's rightly diluting tension a little bit in advance, already cracking down on things a bit. And we're going to respect that. But we're going to continue maintaining the solidity. Maintain a solid base. Now, creativity is stimulated when you're not playing in automatic mode. You have to get out of your subconscious habit patterns to be in touch with that creative part. And this is what I think a lot of top players have, which us mortals maybe don't have as much. Ever noticed how Carlsen can just somehow play some weird rook h4 move just in the middle of the game, and it's like, wow, so creative. How did he even think of that? I think the answer lies in that which I'm speaking about. Access. Elite level access to the divinity within. That's what creativity is about. People say that you can learn to be creative. And I think that is true. I think that is true. I'm not here to. Oh, fuck. The bishop comes, I guess, queen here. Now we got a plan bishop there. Or we could have done knight capture too. Maybe knight capture won't help us. Shit, he's burdening enough pressure down here, man. Fuck. I'm gonna have to end up doing something desperate, like what? Knight capture. That's right. Knight capture, bishop capture. Oof. You just about held on there. We were close to cracking, man. We were close to cracking. Fair. So what's next in this big plan here? Gotta have some honesty about the position. I think this is a annoying ass bishop. So we're gonna keep him alive. I'm gonna try to get some tempos on these rooks. Rooks hate bishops. They hate them. Bishop pair can really harass rooks, and he just ran out of time there. But what a game, and I guess we'll go through a quick review here just to see what it was. And oh, we got 88%. That's not bad. 88%, and okay, top level game. Top level game. Let's have a look. Very standard names of Indian pro level stuff. So pretty much always e5 is the right idea. Pretty much always, huh? What's the follow-up though? Help me understand what happens after this. Knight takes, queen takes, and then bishop e3. Then knight g6, there, or knight f4, queen d7, knight x e6, knight x e6, queen f3. Okay, okay. I'm following all of this. So, in essence, computer is saying that I should aim for something like this. Like this is a good outcome. And part of me always feels like this isn't much. I think that's part of why I don't make that move, that e5 move, is I feel like what's the big deal in this even? But it is good. Just it's you've got to be patient with it. You've got to just be content in a simple advantage. And it's definitely hard work still. But yeah, you can see that you're the only one with all the play. You're the only one with the initiative. Black is totally on the defensive, so a very passive position. It may not be easy for you to crack it, but you have the bind. So I guess that's one way to look at it. Okay, but instead we didn't do that pawn push. We went instead with bishop here right away. And then we did the pawn push, and then we pulled back. I guess if you knew you were going to pull back, then you shouldn't have pushed first. Maybe that's the right way to think of it. And here we got a little bit too, but it's still favorable. And this is all solid enough, solid enough. I didn't play bishop there because I thought this isn't good, but I forgot I can actually just push this right then. Shock. Shit. Right? Can't I? Anyway. So now he came in with this mega attack and I got shit scared and I made a blunder. He didn't punish me correctly because this knight can capture his bishop. That's why the bishop was better off here. So now we got into this desperate situation and we managed to trade off everything. And we just kept a pretty healthy setup and waited for mistakes to come. Mistakes were going to come. It's very hard for black to play. It's very hard to play well. All right. Cheers.